Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're breaking down day 13 of our ongoing series. Today, we're diving into one of the most highly searched side hustles out there right now, getting paid to chat online. Now, I know it sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it? But stick with me, because we're going to unpack exactly how modern professionals are turning their everyday typing skills into very real income.
So let's just address the elephant in the room right away. Can you actually get paid to chat? Well, when most of us hear this, we immediately think it's got to be a scam or maybe something a bit unseemly. But the reality, a highly legitimate, incredibly lucrative market actually exists for this kind of work. It is real and it's absolutely growing.
Today, we are completely separating the time-wasting, sketchy scams from the clean, professional, and legitimate ways you can actually monetize your typing time. We're throwing out anything that puts you in an uncomfortable situation, and we're solely focusing on professional avenues that you'd be proud to add to your resume or your weekly routine.
Okay, here's our no-nonsense roadmap. 1. The reality of paid chatting. 2. High pay for true experts. 3. Stable support and moderation work. 4. Direct paid advice platforms. 5. Red flags you must avoid. And 6. Earnings, effort, and our final verdict. Let's get into it.
Section 1. The reality of paid chatting, demystifying the hustle. As this quote perfectly captures, there's a huge range between the legitimate, well-paying versions and the sketchy ones that just waste your time. Our goal today is to guide you strictly into that safe zone of legitimate online chat work. We're going to get very specific about what each of these platforms pays and exactly what's expected of you. Moving into Section 2, High Pay for True Experts, the premium tier with JustAnswer.
Now, if you happen to possess genuine expertise in fields like law, medicine, finance, tech, or mechanics, a platform called JustAnswer will literally pay you to answer questions from real people. And the compensation is really impressive. We're talking between $5 and $30 per single question answered. You are directly monetizing your specialized knowledge right through a simple chat interface.
And to put that potential into perspective, top earners on the JustAnswer platform reportedly pull in up to $6,000 to $8,000 a month. And the absolute craziest part, they're doing this working part-time. That is a staggering figure for a chat-based side hustle. However, there is a catch here, and it's a big one. To access that premium pay rate, you absolutely must possess verifiable credentials. You need documented proof of your professional expertise or your skilled background. You can't just pretend to be a lawyer in your pajamas. You've got to prove you're a true expert. But if you have those credentials, this is hands down one of the highest-paying chat methods available anywhere. All right, Section 3, Stable Support and Moderation Work, the reliable anchors. Let's contrast two different methods here. With Working Solutions, you're doing remote customer support on a contract basis, handling service, sales, or tech support from home, and making anywhere from $7 to $30 an hour. It offers fantastic stability. But then, over on the community moderation side, managing spaces like Discord, Facebook groups, or Reddit, the average U.S. wage hits a really solid $31 per hour. You should notice the trade-off in the structure, though. Moderation usually requires strict set hours, so it's less flexible, but it pays very well to keep those online conversations clean and manage the community members. Which brings us to Section 4, Direct Paid Advice Platforms, the direct-to-consumer model. This is an incredibly exciting space represented by a newer platform called Talkroom. On here, every single conversation is a pay transaction. Users seek out your specific advice on topics like personal finance, fitness, career coaching, or coding. You actually set your own rate for direct messaging, which means absolutely no time wasters and no unpaid chats. And the best part? Even if you don't have those formal verifiable credentials required by JustAnswer, you can still position yourself here based on your genuine, real-world experience in a specific niche.
Section 5. Red flags you must avoid to protect your professional reputation.
Before we talk overall earnings, we need to be very clear. You must absolutely avoid romantic or flirtatious chatting platforms. There are dozens of them out there promising easy money, but we are not covering them today. Not necessarily because they're illegal, but because they often involve highly uncomfortable situations, notoriously unclear payment terms, and most importantly, participating in them carries a severe risk of damaging your professional online reputation. Definitely stick to the 4 clean, legitimate methods we just covered to keep your reputation totally intact. Finally, Section 6, Earnings, Effort, and our final verdict, the bottom line. Across all the legitimate methods we've analyzed today, you can expect a baseline earning range of about $7 to $31 an hour for beginners. But notice how JustAnswer stands out as this massive, high-earning outlier for credentialed experts that pushes well past the average when you calculate their part-time monthly take-home pay, coming out to roughly $100 plus per hour equivalent.
But here is the absolutely crucial takeaway of this entire explainer. This is active work. It is not passive income. While getting paid to chat is for sure one of the absolute fastest side hustles to start, mostly because these platforms have very minimal entry requirements, you've got to remember that you are constantly trading your typing time for an hourly wage or a per-question fee.
Which leads us perfectly to this final thought. Are you ready to trade your typing for dollars right now? Or would you rather build something that earns while you sleep? That provocative question wraps up day 13, but it sets the stage perfectly for tomorrow's day 14 explainer, where we're going to completely shift gears and dive into methods that generate truly passive income. If you haven't seen days 1 through 12, definitely go check those out, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss tomorrow's deep dive. Thanks for learning with me today.